Beautiful, welcome. My name is Blue Rose. Someone commented on my piercing video requesting for me to make a belly piercing video. Their name is Crown Mundo 8121. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry, my neighbor's dog is barking. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyways, let's get started. I have had my belly pierced about 3 times now. The first time I got it pierced, I had to remove it. Long story short, due to pregnancy and when the belly stretches, it kind of leaves a scar. At the time, I didn't know that you could actually just buy like the nylon piercings. They're really long and that will help with the scarring. I was new to the piercing game. I used to use alcohol and just over clean it, overwash it, and that one took almost a year to heal and it was kind of painful. I honestly didn't wait to change the jewelry, and when I did change the jewelry, I used like the dangly jewelry, which I do not recommend. I wanted to give you guys some tips. Let's talk about healing time. Usually they say it takes from 3, 6 to a month to a year. Mine, the second time I got it pierced, took about 3 months for the pain to completely go away, and then by the 6 months it was completely healed. Talk about cleaning the piercing. It's logical to think to use alcohols, but it actually will harm your piercing. So it's not a good idea to use alcohol or hydrogen peroxide because it dries it out completely. One of the piercers that I went to, I'm very thankful for them, actually teach me to use like a saline solution. So you use, and this is like a quick Google search away, but I just want to share because a lot of people don't know about this. You just use 1 cup of water and half a teaspoon of sea salt. Now you have to make sure that it's uniodinized. Oh yeah, I can say that word. That it doesn't have any iodine in it. And half a teaspoon of uniodinized sea salt for 1 cup of water. Now, if you don't have any measuring utensils like I did before, you try not to add too much salt, at first. Just add a little bit at a time, and you can just test it. It should taste as salty as your tears. That's when you know you have the right amount. Now, if you add too much salt and it's too salty, it will actually harm your piercing. It will dry it out. Now, what I did was you can actually, while you shower, you can do this in the shower if you like. You take the mixture with you in a plastic cup and just put it over your piercing and leave it there. It has to be for 5 to 10 minutes. So what I used to do is just, after I took a shower and everything, I used to actually lay on my bed because I'm not gonna stand in the shower for 10 minutes here. Just put the cup on your tummy very carefully and just lay back and leave it there for about 10 minutes. Now I used to do that for about 2 times a day. Yeah, that really helped. Like my healing time, oh my, I was cut in half. For cleaning your piercing, the same piercer advised me to use a disinfecting soap. You can even use, the one he recommended was Dial. You have to make sure it doesn't have like a scent to it and might irritate your piercing. Now again, like don't overwash it, Like if you take a shower once a day, then that's all you have to like wash it once a day. That's what I did. Now, you might advise someone to do something, but that does not guarantee the person will do it. If they really want to do something, they're gonna do it regardless. Now, if you do want to change your jewelry, I do advise to wait at least 3 months and use something, again, that doesn't dangle. Because if it gets caught in something, it will actually delay your healing time. And you don't realize how much your belly piercing gets caught in things until like once it's healed, you don't even notice whatever, it doesn't hurt. But before it's healed, you will realize how much it gets caught in your towel, your pants, your shirt, everywhere, and it really, really hurts. So I do recommend, just so you know, when you go get the piercing, they give you like an option of jewelry, or if you don't yourself, just buy the jewelry that you know that you're really gonna like and that you can wear for a couple of months. Actually, also want to add, sorry, I keep waving my hands. I actually also wanted to add signs of an infection. If it's some discharge or leakage is normal in the beginning, it could look white or a little bit of yellow. But if you do have like a continuous discharge, redness, swelling, then I do advise to get some warmth. That's the key. The redness, when it feels warm when you touch it and it's really irritated, I do advise to get some professional help. Now you can go back to the piercer for advice, or you can just go to the doctor, because honestly, the piercer, all they can really tell you is to go to the doctor. I mean, they're not a physician, they can't help you with that, And also, I do advise, if redness and warmth does occur, not to remove the jewelry, because you can trap the infection inside. Just leave it in and go to the doctor, and they'll be able to help you more, advise you if you should remove it or not, and they will prescribe you some antibiotics. Thankfully, that has never happened to me, so I just wanted to let you guys know. And also, something that is very helpful, I had my belly rings in for about 3-4 years now, and sometimes you keep having to check if the ball is screwed all the way, because I don't know, the movement, the friction, eventually the ball's gonna come off. So I forget to do that, and when I drop it or whatever, the ring falls out. I'm thinking, oh, I'll just get another piercing later on because I'm busy with the kids or something. 2 days later, I notice my belly ring is not on, and I'm like, now I have to put it on. Now, belly rings, even when they're healed, okay, they are known to shrink, okay? They'll start shrinking. The holes will be open, like the entry and the exit will be open, but the middle of the piercing will shrink until it's closed. So even if you wait like a day, it will be very difficult to put it back on, even when it's completely healed. I'm telling you, it's been 4 years. And the other day that happened to me, and if you can get it back on, it's just very difficult. You will feel a little discomfort, it's not pain, and it will go away that same day. When it first happened to me, I was very surprised, and I left it out for like almost a week, and I was like, wow. And the first time I noticed too was because of my first pregnancy, and someone advised me to take it out. I'm thinking, oh, I just put it back on, it's healed, whatever. And no, it did not go back on. I had to wait till it completely closed and then re-pierce it again. Honestly, guys, if you can tell, yeah, I really love piercings, especially after I turned 18, because my mom wasn't really big on tattoos. Like after a certain age, like, right, I'm older now, she can't really say much. Sorry, Mom. But since I turned 18, I've been really big into piercings, and whenever I do get a piercing and it's healed and it's not infected or anything, I do tend to keep them in. Like, I do not remove my piercings at all. The only ones that I did remove were my lips, and that's again because moms will be moms. My mom did not approve of any lip piercings. She let me do all the body piercings and the ears, but she did not like the facial piercings at all. Okay, before I forget, I did forget to cover, it's normal for your body, when it's healing, for there to be some leakage, and it will form like a crusty around your piercing. Now I do advise not to pick it off, okay? I know it is a little hard, that you're like, it's there, and you want to pick it off. Do not do it, okay? Because when I used to do that with my first piercing, it used to, sometimes it used to bleed, it used to be really, really red and irritated. Now, if it does bother you, I'm not telling you to just leave it on there. I mean, it doesn't look too well. What I used to do is just keep like a little saline solution in a cup. Now I used to change it every few hours because, you know, you don't want the water to just sit there and be stagnant. And I used to just grab a little Q-tip and wet the area multiple times until like the crusties used to get moist, and then gently remove. And there will be no irritation when you do that. Or whenever you do the sea salt soaps, you can also remove it that way. But I do not recommend to just pick it off, because once, you know, our nails are not that clean. Even if you wash your hands under your nails, it's still some bacteria in your fingernails. So I do not recommend for you to introduce bacteria into your piercing. And I think I did cover everything. If you follow these tips, I'm telling you, from experience, from doing everything wrong when I first got my belly ring, okay, to doing everything the way I explained it, the healing time was cut through in half. You introduce something to your body and that is not properly cleaned or healed, your body will push it out, and migration is not fun. Now, thankfully, migration hasn't happened to me, and again, it's a simple Google search away, because now we have Google, and how fortunate are we nowadays. Well guys, hopefully I covered everything and all your questions. If you have any more questions about body piercing or jewelry, you can leave a comment and I'll be sure to make a video very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess this is the portion where I will show you my jewelry. Before I show you my jewelry, I did want to share with you guys, all my life, I don't have like a outie belly button, but my belly button has always been small. Like the top of the belly button part, there was no skin there at all. So when I went to pierce my belly button the first time, I had to pierce the bottom part of my belly button. Now, because I did that, it was so hard to wear dangle jewelry. I couldn't wear any dangle jewelry at all. And that was the reason why I wanted to get a belly piercing, especially when I first turned 18. And just for the dangle jewelry. Now, I did end up wearing some dangle jewelry, but not too long, because, you know, it's the bottom of the belly button. So at the end, it's going to curve up. So anything that you want to put that dangles is just going to curve up a little bit, and it doesn't look as good. And also, since it's curving up a little bit, it's going to get caught in everything. But I don't know, like after I had children, my belly button, I don't know, it looks totally different now. It actually stretched out, and when I went to re-pierce my belly, I noticed that I did have skin on the top of my belly button. Long story short, probably still a long story. Usually when I go get a piercing, I love piercing so much, like I said, I always get 2 or more. I can never just get one. I just be like, oh, I'll get 2, and then I get this, and then I end up walking out with 4 piercings out of the shop. I don't know. And actually, I also found out that you get kind of a discount when you on the second one. So I didn't even know that, but I always like go in and always get more than 2. I ended up getting 2 belly rings. These 2, Here I wear a ring, and here I wear a stud. I got these two and my belly ring done. Again, I don't know, I love piercings. I feel like compared to other people, I don't have that many, but I just really love the way they look, and you know, it just makes me feel different. It makes me feel unique. Anyway, guys, I do always, especially with the way I grew up and the kind of friends that I had, and obviously those people are not around me anymore. I feel like if you're not hurting yourself and you're not hurting anyone around you, you should always strive to be yourself, because it doesn't matter what you do. Even like the person you're trying to think someone wants you to be is not even what they think of you. Okay, so you should always strive to be yourself, and the right people will always love you. The right people will always be around you. Your family will always be there for you, and if they're not, then I am so sorry. You know, like sometimes we don't pick the life we are dealt, but you should always strive to be yourself. Again, if you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, and you will find, even if it's not a family member, you will always find someone who will love you for who you are, and you'll obviously be a lot more happier being yourself. And well, this turned into something else, but anyways, that's kind of why I picked the name for the channel, Beautiful, because I did a little backstory. I did kind of struggle through my life to be myself, and honestly, that is the journey that I'm taking now. I am finding who I am, and yeah, anyways, moving on, I'm going to show you guys my belly rings. I had to move the camera because before I was sitting on the couch, but here are my belly rings. I don't know if you can see them. Here's my top one. This one I kind of put kind of like it's not a whole ring, it's like half a ring, and when it's like that, it looks like a half a ring. Now the piercer had to pierce this not too deep, a little bit to the outside because of the bottom one, because if not they'll line up and it'll just look wrong. So here's my top one, and here's my bottom one. You see it? You see what I was talking about? The bottom ring will always curve upwards. So if you put any dangle jewelry, it'll dangle from here and it'll just be cut on everything. And the top one, I used to have both barbels on, but I switched it to this one because it looks so cute and it's blue. Ready. Sorry guys for the lighting. I know the lighting can be a little off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to see more of my videos, you can like and subscribe. And again, if you have any questions about any body piercings, I'll do my best to respond as soon as I can. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.